Okay. Hello! I know it's been a while, but we got to talk about Shark Week! It's coming up! So, and what I'm doing today, I've got a bookstore that wants some of these, so I'm going to sign them as I talk about Shark Week and my, well, not displeasure, but I mean, it's been a mixed bag. It's been a very weird history between me and Shark Week. But let's go back to the beginning after some coffee. Okay, so Shark Week. So, happens once a year, started in the 80s. Originally, it was extremely cool. They had these great programs. They had these really dramatic, kind of engaging, scary, very super science-oriented programs. So when I was a kid, back in the grand old 90s, I loved these. I grew up on these. Let's see, specific favorites include... Well, actually, my absolute favorite, it was the Ultimate Guide. Ultimate Guide 1996. Ultimate Guide to Sharks. And it was a whole series. They didn't do just sharks, they did other things too. But damn, that was good. That was the coolest thing. And it had exactly what I pictured what a shark documentary kind of should be. Where there was a lot of drama to it. There was a lot of suspense to it. Sharks are kind of by nature very mysterious. They're an animal that commands a lot of mystery. They're an animal that commands a lot of, I don't know, outer worldliness almost. It's a living myth. Sharks are just I don't know. It's just the way the Ultimate Guide was designed, where it's just there was a lot of tension, a lot of slow build, and a lot of suspense. It was a very serious documentary, and that's what I love. I mean, that's what I think is kind of I don't know, the most appropriate way to approach sharks. But, and there's some other programs too. I mean, I think there was something like Shark Battleground. It was something to do with a tiger shark in some tropical place, kind of scouting out nursing grounds or something like that. And that was good, not really my favorite compared to, The Ultimate Guide to Sharks, 1996. Please find it. It's amazing. But... still good. Then we get into the 2000s and specifically late 2000s, 2010s, where it just kind of went downhill. Where actually everything, didn't everything kind of go downhill? I mean, didn't Animal Planet become surprisingly human? Or didn't History Channel start doing alien stuff? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Talk to me, Pelican. It didn't make any sense, right? Because Animal Planet had amazing documentaries as well. I mean, it had The Crocodile Hunter, it had Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. It had a lot of stuff, and I guess it just didn't sell. So they switched up their programming radically. Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, and then something else. I forget who it is. But yeah, they switched it up. They made it more dramatic. They made it more or not more dramatic. Sorry, less dramatic. More kind of poppy. More human-oriented, just people living in woods, people hunting gators, stuff like that. I don't know. It just deviated severely. So Shark Week itself was also affected by it, and that's when I kind of started to go away from it and started to get really, really angry at it. And I think it was I was in high school or early college by the time it was just kind of going south, because what was happening was that they were doing more of these kind of silly documentaries, very literally I tuned out when I saw it was an ex-Marine try to wrestle a bull shark or pull it out of the sea or some crap like that. I don't even know, but yeah, I mean, I saw that, I was this is garbage. I don't even know or care what is going on right now, and plus it has nothing to do with shark biology. It's just some guy. I don't know. That was just kind of silly. But yeah, and then the icing on the cake was Megalodon. Oh, I need coffee. 1 second. Oh, Megalodon. Oh my God. Megalodon, the terror of all. Megalodon, the most horrific blow to science ever created and publicly distributed and disseminated. The biggest facade in history, and I'm kind of blowing my chances with Shark Week on that, but whatever. I mean, gosh, it was terrible. It was really terrible, because what happened was they put all this production value, all this effort into fake scientists who say, hey, there's a Megalodon. Hey, it totally exists. It's in the Deepwater Canyon, and we can totally find it. And it doesn't. It used to exist. It used to exist, but it does not exist anymore. Oh, man, my little thing. Anyway, yeah, it used to exist. It was a fossil shark. It existed way back in the day, and you can find its teeth today, you know. And I live in the Chesapeake Bay, and that was kind of cool alliteration right there. But anyway, yeah, Chesapeake Bay, you get a lot of Megalodon teeth there if you're very lucky. But it doesn't live anymore. It's dead. It's dead. And it's a big problem because like Discovery Channel made this Megalodon show, this garbage Megalodon show, talking about the Megalodon and you know how it might still exist with their fake scientists, paid actors who just need a gig, and I get it. But like, it created a problem because I was teaching kids at the kids camp, and a lot of them were asking me, where's Megalodon? Where can you find the Megalodon? Where is it? You know, it totally exists. And I have to explain to them, no, I'm sorry, wonderful small mind. It does not exist. It doesn't live anymore. You've been fed a lie for money. So, yeah, which is really sad. But yeah, Megalodon, the minute the Megalodon came out, I was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Pencil thrown, pen. It's gone. Like, I was very angry and upset, and a lot of other people were with Discovery Channel. They were so mad about that. It was a bad idea because it's not science. Oh my god, it was a really ridiculous turn of events. But anyway, so yeah, and it wasn't the first time that happened too. There was a mermaid documentary you probably heard of, and I actually forget if that's Discovery Channel or like Animal Planet or something in that media crazy mix. But anyway, there was a mermaid documentary which said mermaids are real, and they're not, of course. And then there was another one which I will confess I kind of fell for when I was a teenager. A dragon documentary. Please don't shoot me. I was really excited. I was a little kid. They said dragons still existed, and I was really excited. I was super happy. And it's bullshit! Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse. But anyway. Yeah, no, they had this garbage about dragons. It was like CGI mating dragons, and dragons live in the mountains, and they found a dragon skeleton, kind of like the woolly mammoth stuff. So, it's... Oh my god. It's ridiculous. So that was... Let's see. I think Megalodon came out 2011, 2012, and there were some cool, very popular programs too, like Air Jaws. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Air Jaws, but like, I don't know. I think my point is like just the general vibe of Discovery Channel back in that time period, like a couple of years ago. It was just it was like hyper sensationalism still, which is the last thing sharks really need. You know, what we need, there's a lot of stuff we don't know about sharks, but there's still like a lot of territory to explore and a lot of territory to discuss that we do know, and a lot of interesting territory too. But we keep rehashing this stupid garbage about, like, you know, the very charismatic species, the great white, the bull shark, you know, the tiger shark, like any of the hammerheads, which, by the way, people collectively group as hammerhead, which is really annoying. There's like 9 species of hammerhead. They're all very different from each other. Please don't think there's one hammerhead shark. Okay, let's go. Oh my god. I don't think I can do it off the top of my head. Let's see. Sphyrna zagina, smooth hammerhead. Sphyrna luini, scalloped hammerhead. Sphyrna tibero, bonnethead shark. Sphyrna mulcaron, great hammerhead. Sphyrna media is the mallethead shark. And then there's Eusphyra blotchii, which is like the winghead shark. I'm so close. There's 2 more. Oh god. Oh, and then there's the Carolina hammerhead, which is a brand new species, but I'm not counting that because there's 2 more that I should really know. I was close. I was close. I was close. It was like 5 for... Oh, okay, maybe that's not so close. But anyway, the point is there's a lot of hammerheads. Anyway, but with media today, it's just they focus on all these charismatic species. And that's great because, especially like, you know, well, actually white sharks are doing better. But like, I mean, well, I should kind of hold off on that. They could be worse. That's probably the best way to say. I mean, like, white sharks have received a lot of protection recently, but there's still a lot of, poaching and bad things happening, and a lot of bycatch. It's not good. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, the white sharks deserve that kind of attention, because that is a species that it's just kind of not doing as well. And some of the hammerheads, same thing, especially the scalloped hammerhead, endangered species. But the bull and the tiger, I mean, they're a bit more well off, and it would be nice to focus on, more of the critically endangered species. And even though I'm not a huge fan of this show, River Monsters with what's his name, Jeremy Wade, I think that's right. But anyway, River Monsters, they had they caught one of the true river sharks, the glyphis. It's the I forget exactly which. It's either Australia or like Indonesia. It's darn it. I forget which glyphis they caught, but they caught a glyphis. And a glyphis is an extremely rare, very, very vulnerable species of shark. But they caught it. And they did a little show on it. And that's pretty cool. It's raising glyphis awareness. So, and that's an example of a species that, needs more attention. And to Discovery Channel's credit, I think very recently, they've acknowledged the changes they did to their programming in Shark Week, and they've improved it. I mean, I think there was an amazing documentary that kind of premiered last year. It was like Alien Sharks or something like that, and it did bring attention to crazy cool different species. So all that being said, and also I think it was like the president or somebody official of Discovery Channel. They were like, "Hey, Megalodon was a step backwards. We want to." Kind of propel ourselves forward and not lie to people. So, all that being said, it's been a while, but 2016 is going to be the first year where I will review Shark Week and watch all of Shark Week. It's been a long time because I kind of hated where Shark Week went, but I mean, it's really important for me to watch it. It's really important for well, maybe not super important, but I think it's important to get an opinion on it, just to make sure that if things kind of continue to improve and get a little bit more prominence, maybe to make recommendations or observations about where American shark culture is going, and see if I can help make some changes and remedy that. But it sounds like they're going in the right direction, so I'm excited for their lineup this year. And this is probably how I'm going to do it. So if you follow Dr. Jaws on Facebook or Twitter, and if you don't, just please do. They're awesome pages. Okay, so anyway, if you follow Dr. Jaws on Facebook or Twitter, you'll see the daily reviews. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, at the end of the whole shebang, make a video on the best of Shark Week 2016, the things I really loved, or the documentary maybe I loved most. And the new one, not the recycled ones. I want to talk about new programming, because that's the best predictor of, okay, what's the direction, where are they going to go, and then also what I hated. So if you're going to be here for the reviews, just keep in mind that little history lesson I gave you in terms of my relationship with Shark Week, and the fact that, like, oh, did I? What the? Oh wow, I guess I already sounded that weird. Okay. And yeah, just keep in mind that I'm very hypercritical about shark stuff, like public shark stuff. I'm really, really hypercritical because there's a lot of stuff that's like out there that's way too sensationalized, and it's also kind of like lies or not correct. And even I'm on some science stuff. There's some great shark books I grew up with, and I'm kind of double checking. I'm like, damn, that's not right. Case in point, I won't name the authors because they're pretty prominent, but there's a book that said that bull sharks mature at 6 years old, and that's a lie because they mature at 15, almost twice the stated age. Waha. So like, I'm proud of myself for knowing that, but I'm also a little sad because like I grew up with a lot of shark information. And when you have like incorrect shark information, or even if you just like fib a little bit about like what's going on, that's a snowball effect in terms of like what the culture thinks about sharks. And also, on that note, there's a lot of shark attack shows, and they're starting to drive me nuts. And also, on that note, there's no such thing as like the top 10 dangerous sharks. I hate that. That's stupid. That is stupid. there's no, because there's specifically, and it's a good documentary, but there's specifically like this whole thing about top 10 most dangerous sharks. It's just ridiculous because it's like there's four sharks on the planet that you can call dangerous or man-eater, and then the rest, it's just kind of like, 30 of them have been known to attack people, but those are weird circumstances. Like, I don't know, maybe an idiot grabbed a nurse shark's tail and it bit. Good for the nurse shark. So so 30 of them have been known to bite people, but that's, I personally just don't look too into that, because it's like, the fifth most, the species, fifth most recorded attacks, or the fifth highest number of attacks, is a sand tiger and a Carcharias taurus. And sand tiger sand tiger is known as like a docile species. Haha, there he is. Isn't he cool? But yeah, sand tiger it's a famously docile species, And when you say there's like 30 shark bites, which is ridiculously small, that's a tiny number of incidences. But it's number 5 in your lineup. That doesn't mean like I would never call the sand tiger the 5th most dangerous shark, because I don't think of it as like a dangerous shark. It's just, I think of it like a normal, common shallow water shark that's gonna do what it's gonna do if you like mess with it. But if you don't mess with it, there's no reason for it to bother you. So I don't know. It's kind of silly. But anyway, getting back to the 4. There's 4 sharks that I would consider dangerous that I really don't ever want to swim with, unless I just kind of knew exactly what I was doing. But I really never want to swim with these personally, unless I was in a cage or something, of course. But and you already know them. It's a great white, and I'm not ranking them. I don't think they deserve a rank. I think they're all equally dangerous, but for different reasons. Sorry. So, and maybe I'll get into that. Why not? This is a fun video. But all right. So, great white shark, Carcharias. Reasons it's dangerous. It's just huge and curious, and if it bites, I mean, you're basically done. It's a very powerful animal, and probably there are probably some instances of actual like human predation, but it's only because like humans are not a natural prey item for sharks because we don't live in the ocean. Duh. It's just a lot of sharks are opportunistic, meaning like if something drops in the water, I mean a lot of the dangerous sharks, if something drops in the water, why not go after it? That's free food for me. So, and again, that's only for those 4 sharks. The others are a lot more cautious. They don't really like people that much. So, did I do this right? Because I need to get 10. But yeah, great whites are just huge and notoriously curious, and that's basically what kind of makes them really, really dangerous. And I mean, it's much more complicated than that. But like, it's just that's a very powerful animal. It's huge. It's about like 1,000 kilograms. Sometimes like 2. That's gigantic. It's gigantic. It's huge. There's a reason it's called great. But anyway, next shark, tiger shark, kind of same thing. Tiger sharks, I've heard in personality, are like puppies. They're very like goofy and docile, but they're also very curious and notorious for eating anything, anything. And they're big. Tiger sharks are really big, and they have the horrifically shaped teeth, like those heart-shaped saws. Like, so yeah, tiger shark, great white shark. Bull shark, a personal favorite. My God, been working on the whole bull shark compendium thing for about a year and a half now. Oh my God. But anyway, and bull sharks are much smaller than the great white and tiger, and they're not, I would not say aggressive. I don't think aggressive is the right word. Like, if you've seen Dr. Jaz's stuff already, you probably know that opinion, but It's I would call it a very bold species. Like, it's not afraid of people, and it, lives in shallow water, it lives upriver, it just interacts with people a lot, and it's not afraid of them. And that's why I think, it's known for, quite a large number of attacks. But that doesn't mean it's like, but whenever you say the word aggressive, I just get this weird opinion or impression of like a shark that's constantly angry all the time, which I don't think is correct. I don't think it's a good way to describe the bull. It's just a bold little dude. So anyway, and then finally, this one is interesting. The oceanic white tip, Carcharinus longimanus. Oh, I'm sorry. Bull shark, Carcharinus lucus. Tiger shark is Galliosota cuvier. But Carcharinus longimanus, Jacques Cousteau said this is the most dangerous shark in the sea. And again, I just call it like equally dangerous. All four equally dangerous, different regions. But oceanic white tips, it's because they live in the middle of the open ocean, which is like a desert. Open ocean is the marine equivalent of a desert, and there's no food. So the minute you see food, it's like, you know, you're done. The oceanic white tip, not going to think twice. It's like, oh hey, there's a free food source. I never see it. Might as well go after it. And they have huge teeth. Like oceanic white tip and bull sharks, largest teeth in their genus. So the largest teeth of Carcharodontis. Fantastic for dismembering large prey. So yeah, oceanic white tip is like the fact that it lives in the open sea, and if you ever see it, you know, it's a very scary animal. It's most infamous for the wreck of the Indianapolis, USS Indianapolis, World War II. Ship goes down, men in the water. Quint talks about it in Jaws, and it's most likely an oceanic white tip. And there's not a lot of documented oceanic white tip attacks, but I argue maybe that's because, like, you know, in oceanic white tip situations where it's open water, like, there's no one there to really document it. So I don't know, but those are the four. I call them the fatal four. Those are sharks I really never want to dive with, unless, you know, I mean, and there's famous dive sites like Becca Lagoon in Fiji, famous bull shark dive site, and people dive with bull sharks totally fine. And it's not that these will, you know, are guaranteed to go after you, but these are animals that there's still more. I personally need to learn more. I need to personally learn more about these animals before I'm comfortable enough getting in the water with the species specifically. And I'm not quite there yet, but I would love to be there someday. But as of now, I mean, this with such a mysterious element, you know, I feel like it demands the most respect. But getting off on a tangent. Get some more coffee. Oh. But yes, Shark Week 2016. So I think you kind of know the drill. Very, very judicious about. I'm shaking the table. I'm very, very judicious about sharks. I'm very judicious about shark stuff. You know, so I'm very picky about the shows I like. I'm going to be brutal and honest about all the shows. I'm sick of sensationalism. I'm sick of any of that. But I do like the Discovery Channel has made in the past amazing, beautiful documentaries, and I would love to see those again. And like, if there's something that comes out that's like the ultimate guide to sharks, that will be amazing, and I will melt. But thank you for watching, and tune in for some more stuff after Shark Week. Things are going to continue to heat up. It's going to be a busy summer, but I'll talk more about that later. And the new season of Sharks of Coffee is coming very soon, so be patient. Adios. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm back over here. I'm back over here, and I'm going to come back to the camera.